Hey there, thanks for joining me. I'm Darryl, and today we're taking a look at The Sheep Detectives, the 2026 family mystery directed by Kyle Balder and starring Hugh Jackman, Molly Gordon, and Emma Thompson, alongside a voice cast that includes Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Bryan Cranston, Chris O'Dowd, and Brett Goldstein. This review is spoiler-free. Let's get into it. I have to be honest with you. Before I sat down with this one, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. The idea of a flock of sheep trying to solve the murder of their shepherd sounds quirky enough on its own, but I'd also been hearing people describe it as one of the best family films of the year. There was talk about how emotional it was, how clever the mystery was set up, and how it offered far more than the premise suggested. After watching it, I can absolutely see why people have been saying that. What impressed me most was that the film never treats its audience as though it's only making something for children. Yes, families are clearly the target, but the storytelling is surprisingly mature. It explores grief, loss, friendship, and community in a way that feels genuine, while still being funny, warm, and genuinely entertaining throughout. Now, as I was watching, I kept thinking about Babe. Not because these films are telling the same story, but because they share the same quiet confidence. Both films allow their animals to exist as believable characters with real personalities and emotional lives, while the human world around them feels completely natural. Neither film talks down to its audience. Both trust viewers, young and old, to embrace a story that can be funny, heartfelt, and sometimes unexpectedly moving all in the same scene. That's a harder balance to strike than it looks, and The Sheep Detectives pulls it off. The performances are a big reason for that. Hugh Jackman brings a wonderful warmth to the shepherd George. Even though the mystery begins with his death, his kindness and influence are felt throughout the entire film, and that's what gives the story its emotional foundation. Molly Gordon and Emma Thompson are both excellent in their roles, but the real challenge here belongs to the actors bringing the sheep to life. The visual effects blend beautifully with the live-action filmmaking, and the voice performances make every member of the flock feel like an individual rather than just another animal in the background. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is terrific as Lily, giving her real intelligence and determination. Bryan Cranston adds genuine emotional weight. Chris O'Dowd delivers plenty of laughs, and Brett Goldstein fits naturally into the ensemble. One character I particularly enjoyed was Officer Tim Derry, the local police constable. He brings some terrific humour to the investigation without ever becoming the butt of the joke. He's a genuinely likeable presence, and I found myself smiling every time he appeared. There's also a wonderful little detail involving the winter lamb. Without giving anything away, we eventually learn his name, and I thought it was one of the sweetest, quieter moments in the film. It's those smaller character touches that help separate this from being just another animated family mystery. Speaking of the mystery itself, I thought it was excellent. Before watching, I'd heard it described as a proper fair play whodunnit, where all the clues are planted if you're paying attention. Having now seen it, I'd completely agree. The film never cheats. It lays out little details throughout the story without ever making the solution obvious. When the murderer was finally revealed, I genuinely didn't see it coming. And I love when a mystery can surprise me while still making perfect sense in hindsight. My frame 70. Moment has to be that reveal. I won't say another word about it, but I genuinely wasn't expecting it. Looking back afterwards, all the pieces were there. That's exactly what you want from a well-constructed mystery. The frame 70 verdict. That was brilliant. This is the kind of family film that gives everyone something to enjoy. Children will be drawn into the adventure, the humour, and the animal characters. Adults will appreciate the mystery, the performances, and the emotional undercurrent running through the whole story. It works on multiple levels, and those are often the family films that stand the test of time. It reminded me, in the best possible way, of what made Babe such a classic. Not because it's trying to copy it, but because it understands the same thing that film understood. That a family movie can tell an intelligent story, explore real emotions, and still leave you with a smile on your face when the credits roll. This one is an easy recommendation.
Thanks for listening to Frame 70 movie and TV reviews. If you enjoyed today's review, you can follow Frame 70 wherever you get your podcasts and find us at frame70.com. And before we go, let's remember something that sits right at the heart of this show. Movies are subjective. The way a film impacts me might be completely different to the way it impacts you. A movie I connect with might leave someone else completely cold. A film that doesn't work for me might become one of your all-time favorites. And that's okay. That's part of what makes movies worth talking about in the first place. There are no right or wrong opinions here, only different experiences. So watch widely, stay curious, and remember, movies are subjective. Until next time, I'm Fraser, and this has been Frame 70.